So I think we got 1 or 2 more questions and 4 more minutes, so we'll try and get those. Seems to be an interesting intersection coming between trustless integration of NFTs with a polarized market in terms of anonymity. How do you see this transition come to pass?
Anonymity is awesome. We've our market has almost 1,000 deployed smart contracts, 80,000 transactions, and I think we've only collected maybe 100 emails because we were doing a Stripe integration where if you buy an NFT via credit card, then you actually have to put an email. How flippin' cool was that? We don't have anybody's user data and things are moving around in this weird market system. Anonymity is really important. I'm really on the opinion of opt-in anonymity. So as low of a data collection as possible, the better.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm pseudo-anonymous. Like, I very rarely do like on-camera stuff, but I figure I probably should. But I mean, even now, like, you can see what I look like, but I'm Bruce the Goose, as far as you know.
What's up,
Obviously,
Bruce?
that's not my real name. But I mean, at the same time, like, that's my identity throughout the whole blockchain space. Like, I don't use 6 different fake names. Like, that's the one fake name I have. Like, it's my digital identity. But still, I'm actually somewhat anonymous. Like,
yeah, well,
I think
we've seen whales even hire actors to cover for them when they speak at events. So it can go far, but what's great in virtual worlds is like you decide who you want to be. You're not just defined by who you were born, where you were born, etc. You get really to dress, become the person you want, and do the stuff you want on those virtual worlds, and you extend that identity to the NFT you own that starts to define who you can be and what sort of influence you can have in the space. And that's been really interesting. And you can see that from some of the most influential artists and whales in the crypto space where, well, you never see their face, but you have, as they have, some of them have social tokens, they have communities believing in the value they are pushing for.
Yeah, identity management and protocols is definitely important. Anonymity and protection of personal information privacy. 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I just think it'll be harder and harder to be anonymous in the near future. So a really point I want to get to is maybe anonymity is going to be a luxury, right?
Well,
maybe.
I think the issue is more so about privacy than it is necessarily anonymity, right? I mean, people want to have an identity, whether it be a digital identity or what have you, and interrelated with who we are. But privacy is a different element, and it's very important.
Yeah, and even beyond privacy, like I get like, okay, I need to sign up with an email, so like they have something to, like, if I lose my password, like I can use whatever I want as an email address, but like just don't sell my information like without my consent. Like, if you're gonna make millions of dollars off my attention from advertisement, like where's my cut of that money? That's my attention and my time.
That's how there's some platform like Tap My Data, I think maybe some of you have heard of them, where you actually can choose and get paid for what data you accept to share or not to various services who agree to that principle that if it's your data, then we should ask you the permission to access it.
Yeah, like the Brave browser lets you like set a scaling level of how much ads you want, and they'll give you some money for it. We're at 15 seconds on that timer. So what if we are